Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. In this video, we'll discuss the third problem of Leetcode Weekly-contest 292. The problem name is count number of texts. In this problem, Alice is texting Bob using her phone, and the mapping of digits to letters is shown in the below figure. So, like for example, to press A, we need to press the button 2 once. If we want to type C, then we need to press the button 2 or 3 times. That is 222. Then we'll be able to type C. Similarly, if we see, if we want to press S, then we need to press the button 7 4 times. If we want to just type P, then we can just press the button 7 one time. So it basically shows the mapping of the characters on the keypad. So the first character on a keypad or on a particular button can be typed using by pressing that button once. The second character on that button can be typed by pressing that button twice, and so on. So we can see that from 2 to 9, each button has some characters, and key number 7 and 9 has 4 characters. Rest all the buttons have 3 characters each. So now what happens is that a string is given. A string is given in the format of, like for example, it's in the format of number. So suppose 226622, and all we need to tell is that what are the possible strings that can be formed using this message, or what are the total number of possible text messages that can be devised uh, using the given digit string. So for example, if we look into the first example, so it's 22233. So the possible messages are triple AD, ABDD, and so on. So we need to return the total number of possible strings. So let's look into the example using a diagram to better understand it. So, so suppose we have a digit, suppose 2 is given. So what is the message that can be typed using this 2? It is only A. None other possibilities exist. However, if we have two twos, two, so what are the possible text messages? One is A for this two, A for this two. So it will be AA. The second one is if we press two times, then we'll get a B. So these are the two possible ways that this double two can be transformed into. So there are two possibilities. Let's look into other example. Suppose we have 2, 2, 2. So what are the possibilities? It will be, if we consider each digit separately, so it is A. If we consider the first digit separately, so it gives us A. If we combine the last two ones, these two twos, so it gives us B. Because we press two times, so it will be B. The third possibility is that if you combine the first two, so it will give us B, and then we'll get A for the remaining character. And the third possibility will be we can combine all the three threes and it gives us C, because keypad 2 has A, B, and C. So for to type A, we need to press 2 one times. To type B, we need to press 2 times. To type C, we need to press 2 3 times. So these are the four possibilities, that is AAA, AB, BA, and so yeah. Let's look into some more examples to better understand how we can approach this problem. So now if we have 2 and 3, so what are the possibilities? Consider each digit separately. So it will be A, and again 3 here, so it will be D, because the button 3 has D, E, and F. Button 2 has A, B, and C. Let's write it so that we can do the mapping quickly. The second possibility is that we can combine these two. When we combine these two, it will be B, and the only possibility for this 3 is D only. What is the third possibility? Can we combine these two? So no, because since we are changing the button, so there can only be one possibilities. The case where multiple possibilities exist is only possible when we have the same characters, like when we press a button once, twice, or thrice. But when we change the button, then there is no extra possibility that we can find through that. So now let's see what could be the approach to solve this problem. So if we say 2, 2, 2, 2. So for the first two, for the first two, what is the possibility? Suppose let's consider that we do not have string till now. Just consider the first index. If we have 1, 2, what is the only possibility? It's A. Suppose we consider first two characters, so it is 22 for example. So what is the possibilities? The possibility was till here we had one possibility. As soon as we add the second character, one possibility is A. The second possibility is that we can combine these two, right? So we can combine these two. So we can add the answer that we get till here and to this answer, and we can get the result. We'll see in detail what does that mean. Now, if we consider the first three, so it's 2, 2, 2. So again, till here, what were the possibilities? It was A and B. So adding this to what it will give us? It will give us an A. It will give us an A, right? So this is the case when we consider this two separately. Now, what if we combine these two? So when we combine these two, that means this all is separate. And what was the possibility for this thing? The only possibility for this thing was A, right? The only possibility for this thing was A. And once we combine these two, we get B. So the second possibility comes out to be AB. Let's reiterate. So when we have only a single one, the only possibility is A. As soon as we get an extra 2, there are two possibilities. Either we can consider it separately or we can combine it with the previous two. So when we consider it separately, so the possibilities are the possibility that we got till here. So it was A and we just append A here. The second thing is that don't consider it separately. Combine these two. So the only possibility here is B, right? If we consider the third case, 2, 2, 2. So what were the possibilities that we got till here? It was A and B. If we consider it separately, so we append A here and we append A here. These were the two possibilities. Now what if we combine these two? When we combine these two, we need to see what were the possibilities till here, right? Till here. So what were the possibilities? It was only A. And if we combine these two, so it will be B, right? None other possibility exists because when we combine these two, only we can get B. What if we combine all the three? What if we combine all the three? So all we see what are the possibilities that we got till here. Now it was an empty string, so no possibility was there. When we combine all three, we get C. So in this way, we can calculate what are the possibilities to basically transform a string into messages. So now let's see how we can approach this problem. Just a second, erase it. Yeah. So we can use a simple dynamic programming thing here because we can see that we have overlapping subproblems. How we get overlapping subproblems is that so suppose this is the string, this is the string. Let's consider this one. Suppose this is the string, and consider that we are at ith index. Consider this as the ith index. So suppose we have calculated the result till I minus 1, till I minus 1, whatever be the possibilities, number of possibilities. Suppose we have calculated till I minus 1. So what we can do, as soon as we get this particular character, so the one way is that uh, there are some results still here, and all we can do is that append this single character in all of them. So that means the number of possible ways to consider this character separately will be answer of I minus 1. We can write answer of I minus 1, right? Because we have already calculated the answer for I minus 1. How many possibilities are there for first I minus 1 character, right? So, and as soon as we get the ith character, we consider it separately. So there can be only one possibility. That suppose there are some strings A, B, C, something like that, and as soon as you append a character, suppose 3. So we can append D here, we can append D here. So how many possibilities are there? It is equal to the possibilities that we had before we appended this character. So that was answer of I minus 1. Or we can consider it DP of I minus 1, dynamic programming, because this is the name that we have used in the code. So for simplicity, we can do that. Now, what is the second thing? The second thing is that we consider it separately. Now the second thing is that we can combine these two. We can combine these two. That means I minus 1 and 1 ith character. So if we do these things, so what are the possibilities? We suppose we have answered till I minus 1. Sorry, I minus 2. Suppose we have answered till I minus 2. So suppose there are some possibilities. Let's assume the possibilities are A, B, B, C, D, E, something like that. These are, suppose these are the possibilities till I minus 2. Now combining these two characters will give us one possible character. So we can append it in all the possibilities that we got till I minus 2. So let's assume that was Z. Suppose Z will not be there because Z is the fourth character. Suppose we append, suppose that is Q for simplicity. That is Q for simplicity. So that means how many possibilities are there when we combine the last two characters? So it is dp of I minus 2. These number of possibilities exist. Now, what could be the other possibilities? Suppose we combine the three characters. That means I minus 2, I minus 1 and I. These are the three characters that we combine. Now again, what are the total possibilities in this case? So we have calculated the answer till I minus 3. All we can do is that in all the I minus 3, the number of strings till I minus 3, we can just append that character that we get by considering these three positions uh, together. So this will be dp of I minus 3. So this is the basic approach that we follow to reiterate, because it's a little bit, I would say, just a second. I'll just reiterate. So this, sorry. So this is the array. This is the array. For every position I, the possibilities are, we consider the ith character separately. We consider the I and I minus 1. We consider I and I minus 1 and I minus 2. And then the last one is I minus 1 and I minus 2 and I minus 3. Now this is the last condition. This is only possible for keys number 7 and 9, because we saw in the diagram that these are the only two buttons that have four possibilities. Like this has P, Q, R, S, and this has the last four characters. I think W, X, Y, Z. So rest all the buttons have three characters. So that is why we only consider the last three positions except for key number 7 and 9. So this will be the basic approach that we will follow. So when we consider this, the ith character, so our answer will be dp of I minus 1. If we consider these two things, it will be plus dp of I minus 2. If we consider the last three ones, because I minus 1, I minus 2, right? So for I, this is the I minus 1, this is I minus 2, now comes I minus 3. So how we'll approach this one? Consider this separately. So it will be I minus 1. Combine these two. So consider the possibilities still here. It will be I minus 2. Combine last three characters. The possibilities will be I minus 3. And if in case of 7 and 9, if we combine last four characters, then the possibility will be dp of I minus 4. So this is the basic approach, and yeah, we'll be using a 1D array in this case, and yeah, we'll be storing the results so that we don't need to compute it. Yeah, let's look into the code. Just a second. Now, if we look into the code, so as explained, we see what is the total number of characters that we have. We initialize an array dp again that we discussed in the question. This is the mod variable because the answer can be pretty large, so it says that we can take out the mod and return the answer. Dp of 0 and dp of 1 is equals to 1. The reason we now, here in case of dp, for dp array we are considering the indexation to be starting from 1, just for the sake of simplicity. Otherwise we'll have to add check at multiple places. That is why I have started from 1, and that is the reason I have allocated the space for n minus 1 positions. So a dp of 0 and dp of 1 equals to 1, because of obviously for uh, empty string you will have just one possibility, and for again just for one character, you will again have only one possibility. So that's the reason we have made it, we have initialized with one. Now we start with the second character. The index is 1, obviously. We see what is the current character, and dp of I plus 1. Now remember, we are using indexing starting from 1 for this array dp of I. So that means answer for the current position will be stored in dp of I plus 1. Not dp of I, but dp of I plus 1. So dp of I plus 1 equals to dp of I. Why this? Because we are considering this particular character separately. So the number of possibilities will be equal to the possibilities that we have till the last position, and the last position was I minus 1th position, but the answer was stored in plus 1 index. That means dp of I plus dp of I. So that is dp of I plus 1 equals to dp of I. Now we see whether the current character, is equal to the previous character. This is the case when we want to consider two characters combined. Now this all is true only when we have same characters, because as we discussed, when we change the button, everything is gone. So we will only consider the last position or last to last or so on, last three or last four position, only when all the characters are equal. So that is what we are doing. We are checking whether the current character is equal to the last character or not. If it is equal, then we just add dp of I minus 1 to the answer. That means consider the two characters, and before that, whatever was the possibility, just add it to our answer. Again, take out the mod, and now we consider I, if the I is greater than 1. It's because now we are considering the I minus 2th character. So we did it for I separately, then I and I minus 1 were combined. Now we are combining I minus 2, I minus 1, and I. So for that, we are doing this, uh, that I minus 2 is equals to the current character. So for this, we add dp of I minus 2. Now we have covered three characters. Now for 7 and 9, we check whether the character exists or not. This is the case when length equals to 4, and we add it to our answer in case the current character is 7 or 9, and we keep on doing this for all the positions, and at last we return dp of n. So yeah, it's a basic, I would say not basic, but it's a decent one, dp related problem. And yeah, if you learn something new, then please do support this video by giving up a thumbs up. Also do subscribe to the channel, and yeah, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.